Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Gemini for January 2021. I hope this year has been great to you guys so far. I hope that you have embraced any changes that are coming in. You have a clear way forward or clear vision of your direction, but if you don't, that's okay. This year you have all this year to figure that out. So before I get started, I just want to say Spirit's already in. I kept hearing Mercury retrograde. So Mercury goes retrograde on January 30th, guys. Gemini, Mercury is our ruling planet. I've found every time the last couple of weeks I've tried to hit play and do these, my words are jumbled, I'm all mixed up, and I think that that's Mercury retrograde coming in. So your speech patterns, your speech may be a little messed up, communication with other people, there may be misunderstandings, you could experience technological issues, and also we're sort of in the shadow period. So again, for the last couple of weeks, if any of you guys have felt this kind of just something's off or your tongue's been tied, I like to blame Mercury retrograde, but this is also a really great time to reflect on the past, to reflect on past decisions that worked, things that didn't work. Also, when we're planning on where are we going from here, there's also this really important on what lessons did we learn. So Mercury retrograde gives us an idea to rethink and to look back on stuff and to see it with a clearer eye. So I'm going to get into the reading right now, guys. I'm going to call in Spirit and ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, as well as Ascended Master Jesus today, to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, and to deliver messages that are only for our highest good. There I go, dropping stuff. But for the most far-reaching of messages. So any messages or any channeled messages that come through, if they resonate with you, awesome. But remember that no matter what the cards say, what Spirit says, it's still up to you and your active free will, my friends, your grassroots evolution, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your message. It can't be for everybody. Just go about your day. But you can also check out your moon and your rising signs if you know those, and see if there's another message there for you as well. Also, I find that I tend to resonate with sometimes the sign, like, so for example, right now we're in Aquarius. Sometimes I resonate with the Aquarius readings because we're all in the time of Aquarius. So just a thought. So I'm going to start out here with the Messages of Life Oracle by Mario Dugue. For all my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. You mean the world to me. And guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you feel like this is for you guys and you'd like to see more, please feel free, hit subscribe, join that journey with me. So I'm going to get one message for Gemini for January 2021. I know we're at the end of January, so this is the messages that are coming through for January. And you have 4. The first one on the top is letting go. The bottom is returning to your inner temple, and that's really important. I'm going to read this one first for you guys. So, anything I say, if I trigger you, if I bring up some sort of emotion, what is it, right? How can you use this going forward to create positive change in your world? I stopped destroying myself through negativity and worry. Today I rediscover my inner self in silence and calmly study the lessons life has provided. I cease to panic and no longer imagine the worst even before something happens. In harmony and light, I return to the inner temple to discover the richness of each step. This is really awesome and really important that this month you may want to call in the light more often. You may want to ask Spirit to come in, to bless you, to bring that light down through your crown, kind of to move through your body, spread your toes apart so that this light can transmute anything negative or inauthentic to your body, but calling in the light to work with it. This card came through in a lot of the readings, and I think that this particular month, or January, Spirit was really adamant about it's time to get back to your inner temple, to release that negativity, to release that worry, to release the stuff that keeps you from peace and from feeling at peace. So letting go. This one may be triggering as well. Know that it's not necessarily letting go of a person, an object, an opportunity, things. Some of this could be even letting go of belief systems that we've held, or ideologies that we've held as well, or fear. Fear is a big one here. Today I leave my fears in the hands of God and regain my inner peace. I know that God is within me and everywhere around me, sending me what is most beneficial for my soul. I am never alone. God sends his angels to help me face each difficulty. I am without fear because I know the best is yet to come. So if we're finding ourselves in troubling times, uncertain situations, or unclear waters, take a moment to just breathe. Let go of the idea that you have to get something done now. You have a choice. You can take your time, like I was getting in the earlier part. So if you're finding you're supposed to make a decision and you want to act now, guys, Mercury's in retrograde almost. This isn't the time to step forward with something brand new. If you've been planning something for a while and these motions have been set into motion, that's a great time. But this is the time really for thinking about which direction would be best for us. And this really may need to be that we need to let go of fear and negativity. Negativity also comes though from when I'm hearing like pent up fear, pent up anxiety, pent up frustration, things that we haven't been able to let go of. So for some of you, what I'm hearing twofold is, one, a burning ceremony, and two, journaling. So if there is stuff that you aren't able necessarily if there is something that you've had a really big difficult, but it's impacting you, it's negatively impacting you, you may want to journal about it. And then, hey, if you want, rip the pages out, throw them in the fire, and have a little burn ceremony. All that is, I find life and love in all that is. I am aware of the presence of God in all things. Each tiny part of the universe is actually an expression of love. I raise my thoughts beyond the limits of my beliefs and convictions to open myself to the magic, the simplicity, and the beauty of all that is. I marvel at the splendor which in reality is part of me. We have the door to the infinite and master of my life. Inside me is a door to the infinite. I take the time to go to my heart center and link up with heaven. In this serene place, I am eternal and indestructible. Through this inner journey, I am able to see beyond life's challenges and reach my higher levels of existence. My inner light is my greatest strength and greatest wealth. Last one I'm going to read you guys. I no longer leave my strength in the hands of my ego. I cease to feed my inferior nature, but make room for the divine presence in me. Thus, I become the master of my life anew. I listen to my inner voice and act in accordance with my own truth. I live in abiding humility, grace, and love for the glory of God. And in this case, God isn't necessarily like the Almighty, but this is Source, right? This is Spirit, this is God, this is whatever you believe Spirit to be, whatever name you put on this God. I think the really big important thing here was that in order for us to get back to a sense of peace and harmony, we have to let go of a lot of heavy shit, a lot of heavy crap. And I'm being guided to bring this to you guys. This is Silver Sheen Obsidian, and I want to show you this as well because these would be really awesome stones for helping clear negativity. This is my hubby's he got for Christmas, but I'm stealing it for now. This is a gorgeous chunk of black obsidian, which is like volcanic glass. If you can kind of see it, produces a little bit of a glare. This would be really helpful for grounding yourself, for clearing yourself, and just kind of like ridding yourself, your environment as well, of negativity. And also I want to show you my wand. This is selenite, and very, very healing, very, very positive, and it can actually amplify the energy of whatever crystals you're using it with. So my suggestion, my friends, would be if you feel like you have a lot of negativity that you need to purge and you'd like to do this more on a regular basis, invest in one of these babies. They are gorgeous. Selenite is such wonderful energy, and the wonderful thing is this is clearing. So all I have to do is I do kind of like a spiral on top of my head. Spirit, help clear me, help release any trapped negativity. Is help release this out into the world with love, right? You can do it wherever it needs to, and just intuitively feel in your body where Spirit or where you are calling to say, hey, there's negativity blocked up in here. Can you help release it? So that's what I have to say about that. But I feel like this month, becoming the master of your domain, becoming who you are, and releasing all the things that you're not. Okay, all the things that hold you back from being who you are, and anything that makes you scared to move forward. I feel like I need to say this. I'm a Gemini too, so this is speaking to myself as well. We all have fears. 7 of Cups. choices. Showing me the bottom is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Tell me about these choices. I hear gossip right away, but I'm also seeing the Merkaba, and I'm not sure if it is the Star of David or if that, if you see that. You have the Wheel of Fortune that came out with that. This is the Zombie Tarot if you're interested. I love this deck. Look at this girl, and you can see all the different points on the star of different people yap, yap, yap in her ear. And she's supposed to make, you know, some sort of decision with everybody else's 2 cents in her ear, right? On what she should do. Well, I feel like that might be some of the stuff we're letting go and we're leaving behind, is the weight of other people's opinions and push towards where we need to go in our life. Why I say this with the Wheel of Fortune is because this is a new cycle coming up. The wheel's turning. So things that we may have accepted in the past, we're not those people anymore. I feel like you may be a little bit more enlightened with this Merkaba here, that we're using all of the trials, the tribulations, and the hard times to fuel us forward to success, because we're learning those lessons, right? We're learning something from each struggle that we've endured. We had to problem solve, we had to push through, and we had to persevere. And I feel like this is really important to remember. And going back to keeping in getting in touch with your own inner temple, this is silencing the naysayers, silencing your mind, and listening to yourself, listening to your own intuitive, innate feelings, coming from a place of heart-centeredness as well, as I feel like, and removing yourself from a situation where people are throwing daggers at you. So I'm going to get a little bit more, please, Spirit. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. And you have the 5 of Cups, in the, or 5 of Swords in the reverse, and the 7 of Wands, and I don't think it was in the reverse, it's in the upright. So 2 sevens, the Ace of Swords that was on the bottom of the deck here. I feel like this is because, again, things aren't clear, right? When everyone else is yipping in our ear, telling us where to go and what they think we should do, we're not going to be clear. Or if we are clear, we may have experienced a little bit of pushback from another person because, again, they don't agree with what we're doing. They don't want us to do it, so they're going to try and stop us. This 5 of Swords in the reverse as well. I feel like this is a mental conflict. This is a mental space. This could even be a verbal conflict, a conversation. So I feel like you could avoid, even with this being in the reverse, you may be avoiding conversations with other people or people that you know don't support your path because of this, because we don't want to be confused. We know our way. One thing I'm hearing is we need to learn how to set appropriate boundaries, and that can be really difficult, especially when we may have had someone in our life who's always battle ready, who's always willing and ready to pick a fight, who always has something to say about our choices, and as well as the 7 of Wands has more to it. I want to pick that out. Tell me about the 7 of Wands. Choices and changes, right? I heard like big time changes are happening. And with this 7 of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. I'm going to read to you the book on the 7 of Wands. Pretty cool, eh? They're like little ammunition, because they are ammunition for the zombie apocalypse, to be armed with it. So the 7 of Wands, I don't want to miss anything, and I feel like I am. So, 7. Challenges, competition, persistence. The 7 of Wands finds you on the defensive. You're holding your ground against the advancing horde and standing up for your own ideas. Yeah? Challenges help to refine your beliefs and make them stronger. Don't let anyone say you're not entitled to a fresh cadaver. You've earned this meal, and you should defend it from anyone who might try to steal it. For some of you, this may be ideas as well, and maybe why with this 5 of Swords it's in reverse. Like, you don't want to talk to someone about it because, again, they may not appreciate your idea, but you don't want someone to steal it either. So this also, to me, with this Knight of Swords, he's quick moving. So this could be sharp tongue. Gemini, we do this, right? This could be definitely us showing up in our reading with the Ace of Swords. I should have picked it up, but I didn't. Five of Swords, and now the Knight of Swords. If you see here, this guy is trying to kill the zombies, right? His main goal is let's get the zombies. He's in a tank, but he's also going to mow over living people here. So there's this just not caring about who's hurt in the process as long as the end goal is achieved. And I feel like if there's a person in your life there that has done this, it's time to change this. And you feel like this is you saying, you know what, I'm absolutely sick of it. I'm absolutely sick of you always saying that every time I have an idea, it's not good, it's not valid, or it's not worth it. Come up with your own friggin' ideas. I'm going to charge forward with what I would like to do. And I feel like what I'm hearing is it's absolutely your prerogative. So this is, you may feel a little bit on the defensive side. But with the Five of Swords here, 2 in the reverse, I'm feeling like this is, you don't want to fight anymore. You've had enough of that. You've making up your mind, or you've made up your mind. You want to move forward. And this isn't saying that you're going to move forward and you don't care who you squash or who you hurt. But it's that you're not listening to the people anymore who don't have your best interest at heart. They may have their best interest at heart. This is you, right? Really coming up to, for you, what you need to do, what works best for you, and what do you want to do? What plans do you want to put forward? This could, too, like time's fluid, guys, so keep in mind, like it could be picking up on a past situation. Could be picking up on present, past life. So I have the Crystal Chakra Wisdom Tarot here. And we have the 10 of Coins. I believe it was in the reverse, but I'm not going to read it like that. You have the 7 of Wands twice. 7 of Wands in the reverse this time. And if you look at this card, it's beautiful. It's connected to spirit. It's connecting with our crown. It's also not defensive, which is why this may be still in reverse because you're feeling a little like this, defensive. The card I'm hearing is defend till the end, the worthwhile. It comes from the Eliana Fairchild Sacred Rebels Oracle, right? If you know a path you want is worthwhile, it's worth it to you, it doesn't matter what another person thinks. What matters is how do you get to your happiness? How do you get to your fulfillment? How do you feel stable? How do you feel grounded? How do you prepare for your future? How do you, there's a whole bunch coming, but how do you take care of yourself, as well as there's a lot of emphasis around family here as well. The 9 of Swords, so this could be with family. You could feel, you have the yellow here as well with our solar plexus, and then you have sacral energy here with this Nine of Wands. And this Knight of Wands usually represents a nightmare, feeling trapped. The swords are all above you, you know, like, but there are 3 illuminated here. So I feel like in this one, air is really showing itself, right? We're loud and proud here. There's some fire too with the wands, so it could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. I believe, and I'm not sure exactly when, but the full, I think it's the 28th, so in the next couple days, the full moon in Leo is happening as well. So this, I feel, is like asking you, you want to stay strong in your presence and in your power, baby. Don't be afraid of what other people have to say, put downs, insults, epithets, that kind of stuff. If there are jerks in your presence, if there's people who just don't care what they say, you may feel like you don't want to speak. You may feel like there's no point defending yourself, and you may be stuck in a loop of fear. I feel like Spirit's really asking you. The 6 of Swords was under that too, with the Queen of Pentacles and another Knight of Swords. Whoa, the Knight of Wands. That's the last one. Oh, I'm gonna lie. Here. With the 6 of Coins underneath that, and the last one, the Promise, is the King of Swords, which is our highest vibration. Could also be a male, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I feel like these bottom of the decks is saying, you know what, we need to move past some pretty heavy stuff here. We need to move past some ideas that aren't getting us pretty far anymore. We're going to let go of the stuff that has kept us in troubled waters and find ways to wade forward, to move forward, to get out and swim if you need to, but know that you're safe to do that. The Queen of Coins here, being an earth sign, could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, could be a mother figure as well, as I'm hearing. But this could also be you saying, you know what, I'm grounded. I moved past all of this self-defeatist talk. I moved past all of these worries. And finally, I'm grounded in who I am. And I'm finally willing to communicate, to charge forward, to express my opinion. The Knight of Wands as well goes hand in hand with air and wands. We're thinking about something, we want to do it. Well, now we're going to challenge ourselves. We're going to push forward. Not only are we going to go through in brand new thought and sword, but now we're going to go through an action. So there's actions being taken here that bring you back to life, I feel like. With this card, the Six of Coins, it's about balance. It's about abundance. And I feel like as well to this is knowing you're not without. Helping the needy is what I heard. There's another thing, and it will come back to me, hopefully. But the King of Swords here, being at high vibration. You may be moving towards another air sign, but I feel like, oh, there's two more here that fell. Three of Coins, working with Spirit, and the Queen of Cups. And this is your heart space. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I feel like more this is knowing we need to listen to our heart. We need to move forward with our heart. Just like with that Queen of Pentacles, wanting to be high vibration. You could also have a few different people surrounding this situation. So this could be where all these different heads, all these different voices are coming in and it's drowning out your own, right? So this is where we need to know. We're not going to be drowned out. We're going to speak. We're going to speak our truth. We're going to stand tall in that. We're going to stand firm in that. And we're going to make those movements forward that bring us happiness, that bring us peace, and working together. So one of the things I'm feeling like is if you're having issues with other people, you may want to say, listen, I respect that you care for me, you have an opinion, but let's work together on this. Help me. And by doing this as well, this is focusing on our self-confidence. And the gold color in this, I asked our Ascended Master Jesus to join us today, because when I was shuffling, this is the Keeper of the Light Oracle, Jesus came out. You have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. And this is important because this time you get this lesson, my friends. You're going to start a new chapter of your world and end a chapter of what I heard was oppression. Depending on how this oppression is, right? It doesn't have to be huge, but it might be. It might be feeling like you always have to quiet yourself or feel like you are afraid to speak for yourself because other people have pretty strong opinions. Well, this is saying, my friends, don't be afraid to speak. Use your beautiful voices. Because if we don't use them, how will we be heard? You're more powerful than you think. So two more that came out. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And White Eagle. You could have a family tie in here as well. This says ancestor spirit. Connect with your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed. There's Mercury retrograde. I can't speak. Higher learning happening with missile check. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further complete your process. As Queen of Cups here, she knows her heart. She follows her heart. And she's not afraid to follow her heart because that's what she knows. That's what she lives in. That's what she swims in. This as well, the Seven of Cups, this isn't just about other people telling us what to do, but it has to do with how we feel in our heart space. The choices we make, my friends, they're really important. So know that I think it's really important for you to remember right now that everything's in divine order. All of the lessons that you have learned, they've built you up until this point, my friends, my dear, whoever. Keep when I say my dear, but they built you to who you are. And know that you don't have to be so hard on yourself. If we fail, if we mess up, if we don't succeed, it's okay. Give yourself some grace. Grace is forgiveness as well for ourselves and not allowing yourself to beat yourself up or hold it against yourself. And this is also allowing grace for other people. I feel like if there's people who are constantly overshadowing you or boxing you into a corner, who are trying to manipulate you to find their point of view and to do what they want, like if there's someone who's constantly trying to get you to do the running around for them, and again, it could be family, but it could be just like a pattern where you've done this for a long time and now you're like, no, I'm done, right? Like, I've been afraid to speak my truth for so long. Well, if you don't speak it, who will, right? Returning to your inner temple. These are the master of your life. Letting go of what other people say and what they think and expectations, and returning to you, releasing the negativity that may have built up. And they're wanting me to show you the top, which is Sanat Kumara Light Activation. Shine your light, my friends. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So whatever it was, if this resonated and you watched this far, thank you, my friends. Whatever it is that you felt like it was about, and it probably is, ask the light to come in to help cleanse you. It's always there for you. And that's what I have. I hope this resonated. I love you all, and I will see you guys later. If you'd like to say anything, if you want to tell me how it resonated, please put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from y'all. Bye, guys.